Hello everyone, welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway, Cal Pacholia starts on pole with Eric Kuchenberger to his outside in second position. Third is Emmanuel Hartnett, and Travis Scott starts fourth. Fifth is Eric Willis, with Brandon Bedwell starting on his outside in sixth position. Seventh is Steve Morgan, and Will Metcalf is eighth. Rounding out the top 10 is Eric Hayden and Roy Bruce.
Drivers, start your engines.
Labai Adam and Jack James starts 11th and 12th. Big points contenders, Jonathan Zerline starts 25th, and Michael DeFeo starts deep in the field. So it's going to be interesting watching those. Oh yeah, Travis Scott also starts fourth, so it's going to be interesting watching those two, three championship contenders. Where does McGovern start? McGovern starts way back there in whatever position. Rosa De Silva, last race winner. I'm not sure if she'll win this one. It's going to be challenging. Well, hopefully this will be a better race than earlier this season. Hopefully, keyword. Green flag is out here at Bristol. Great start by Kyle Pacholia. Emmanuel Hartnett right there. Eric Kuchenberger might fall back a little bit. Three wide almost behind him. That's Travis Scott. Pacholia and Hartnett pulled a big lead over third. Already almost on the same straightaway, I think. Great jump by those top three, side by side for fourth. Now they go single file. Eric Hayden has been a great short track racer. He's made his way up into the top five almost. But look how big of a lead those top three have pulled. Cal's going to have an advantage on pit roads. With the first pit stop, he'll have no one to worry about in front of him. And behind him, probably won't have to worry about anyone. Wow. Oh, Metcalf around! There they go! Zorline! They saved it! Michael DeFeo might have been involved. Oh, that was close. Maybe three championship contenders involved. A lot of damage on the back of Metcalf. DeFeo, quite a bit of damage possibly on him too. Wow. Seems like Kyle Pacholia is still leading. It's his second pole, I believe his second pole, maybe his third. He won the pole at Dover, another short track similar to this. We look through the rest of the field. So Michael DeFeo's made his way up through the field. Oh, there goes Jack James! Or Tommy Turbo, I mean. Caution is out? Yes. The 26, quite a bit of damage. Maybe McGovern too. I'm not sure. Race back to the line. It's going to be Kyle Pacholia. Let's see what happened to Tommy Turbo. Here's what happened to Tommy Turbo. Three wide in front of him. I think it's the next lap. Yeah, there's still three wide in front of him. Jack James in the 25. Now they're three wide with him. And it looks like Kit Forrestry just turns him and he slides. Ooh, hard hit by Morgan Willis. Maybe Madeline Atkins has some damage. Oh, wow. Then, let's see what happened to Metcalf and Zorline. Happened to Metcalf and Zorline. Slow motion. Oh, Zorline. Metcalf hard into the wall. Zach Jones might have gone a little bit. And then Zorline slides up into Metcalf. I don't think DeFeo got any damage. He just went low to avoid. So, good job avoiding it, DeFeo. Basically, Pacholia has led. That's our first caution this race. And last race we were here, we only had 0 cautions because they crashed up after the race. So, we'll be back for the green flag here at Bristol. We're going back green here at Bristol Motor Speedway. It appears that the 11 car of Morgan Willis has retired. Kyle Pacholia still leads Emmanuel Hartnett and Eric Willis. So, That's your top of the field. Let's see where Travis Scott fell. He's all the way back in 13th about. But there's the entire field. Michelle got a good start again, same with Emmanuel. Everybody got a good start, I suppose. One jut's out of line. Dawson Bedwell trying to improve his points position. He won't win the championship, probably. Neither will Bashilia. Everybody who's outside of the top 15, I think, are just looking for wins now. Bashilia leads. Emmanuel Hartnett. We look through the rest of the field. There is DeFeo and Zorline. Travis Scott in front of them. Look through the rest of the field. Rosa da Silva's way back there. I think this is the same thing that's what happened at Dover. Bashoy has the slower car out of those top three. But he has to lead. Bristol, I said it last time we were here, it's really hard to pass. You have to basically bump them out of the way. Or have them make a mistake. If you give them enough pressure, they'll probably break. There's the pace car. Hopefully we won't see that too much. Quite a bit of damage on the back of Tommy Turbo. It's very unfortunate for him. He was looking for a good race. Single file throughout, I'd say the top 15 or so. John Gambit, we haven't even talked about this entire season. He's up there in top 15. Grant Humphreys hasn't had a great season either. He got second at Watkins Glen though, but other than that, he's also won a couple poles, but still not the best season he's ever had. Probably. Not the worst in the points. Let's see who is in last in points after this race. However, I think Eric Willis has the quicker car than the 21 car. Bashilia is going to need a really good pit crew if he wants to keep these two behind him. Emmanuel Hartnett there. With Eric Willis. I think Bashilia is running just a little slower, but not that big of a difference. Maybe 100th of a second, so I think Bashilia is doing a good job leading. Eric Willis trying to get around Emmanuel, I think. If I'm Emmanuel, I let him pass me now because there's no one for a couple of car lengths behind Eric. So that's just my thought. Eric, I believe, is winless. Kelly Boston up there in 9th position, Aiden Shepard in 10th. People we normally don't see towards the front. Eric Kuchenberger, Labai Adam. Eric Heiden we saw earlier. He almost flipped at Daytona actually. That would have been a really bad crash. Yeah, that was a bad crash, I guess. Bashoy is actually pulling away, I think. Yeah, he's running quicker lap times than these guys. 100 laps to go. And so, let's see what's going to happen. Laps go really quickly here at Bristol. I think it was Eric Heiden who won that Dover race. And he's up there in the top 5. I have to think it's Eric Heiden. I could be wrong. It's been a while. Eric Heiden won Dover. I meant Dover if I said Bristol. 16-9, 16-8, 16-8, 17-03, 69, 69. Everybody's running about the same lap. Maybe a couple tenths slower. They're all running at roughly the same lap times. And here comes Eric Willis, possibly. Bashoya is pulling away from Emmanuel Hartnett. That's not what Eric Willis wants to see. He wants to get by Emmanuel. Emmanuel's been close a lot of times, I think. Same with Drake Hamilton. Drake hasn't won a single race, but he's been close a lot of times. However, right now it's Kyle Bashoya leading here at Bristol. 30 laps in. Emmanuel Hartnett in second. Trying to hold on. Keep Eric Willis behind him. Eric's going to have to jump him in the pits if he doesn't get by him soon. Lap traffic may be a factor. They are not... Rosa da Silva, oh, way back there. I think Rosa might have a problem. 17.65. But we will watch this battle for a second. Let's go on board with Emmanuel. Because Eric is right there. I think Eric is running just a little lower than Emmanuel. He's not letting Kyle Bashoya really pull away that much. Bashoya has about a half a second lead. I think they're going to pit around lap 75, lap 80. Let's see, 0.44. So Bashoya might be pulling away just a little bit. Steve Morgan, I thought, might have been catching second and third, but I don't think he is. Let's see what the lap difference is now. About 0.44, 0.46, 0.49. So Bashoya is pulling away, but lap traffic. That's another place where Eric Willis will need to be strong. Passing lap traffic. It's kind of sad to see Rosa going a lap down soon. You can see Bashoya is not too far behind, probably 4 or so seconds. Let's see how far Bashoya is. Yeah, he's catching, or he's pulling away. Just probably gets a better run out of the corner or something. Oh, Eric trying to get past Emmanuel Hartnett, but he can't. Let's see. He just can't get to the bumper of Emmanuel. Needs to get to the bumper if he wants to take the spot. Ooh, Eric went really wide there. Let's see if he gets a run on the outside. No, that actually really hurt him. Oh, probably a quarter of a car length, half a car length difference between those two cars. Emmanuel trying to run a really good race. Everybody's trying to run a really good race, actually. Nor me, I won't be looking. Look through the field. Chris Dodd in 11th. He's been on a roll lately, I think. Didn't he win the pole? I believe at Michigan, yeah. He won the pole at Michigan. Didn't lead that many laps, about 10 or so. He's still led. Bashoya, however, is still leading here. Over Emmanuel Hartnett and Eric Willis. Eric trying to get by, but he's actually falling off. Let's see. I feel like they're catching. Yeah, they're catching Kyle. I thought they were, and then I saw them. Yep, they're catching Kyle Bashoya. 17.2, 17. Oh wow, 2/10 quicker. Let's see what this lap is. 0.67. So they basically lost all the ground they made up, but look how close Eric Willis is. He's going to have to... I don't know what Eric's going to have to do if he wants that position. He's probably going to have to dive bomb. Or bump. But you don't want to bump someone. You don't want to go side by side with them either for too long. Or else you'll lose the leader even more battling. And probably use up a lot of tires. So maybe Eric's playing it smart. Maybe he's holding off. Letting Bashoya spend his tires. Bashoya almost second lead now. Metcalf dominated earlier this season at Bristol. Or he led some. Rosa got by Metcalf though. And crashed on the final lap. Kind of cracks me up. That was a good race. Wasn't great, but it was good. A lot of interesting stuff happen. Pit stops were really interesting. That's how I think this race will be. Pit stops being the most interesting factor. Because these two are just going to stay with each other the entire race until pit stops happen. And I think Eric should probably let Emmanuel off so that they can catch. Because Emmanuel's probably having to push. And I don't think Bashoya is really pushing it that hard. So it's going to be interesting watching these two throughout the race. Let's see. Exactly 1 second back. Bashoya is catching Rosa. He may be slowing down on purpose to let Rosa stay in front of him, but that wouldn't make any sense, I suppose. Maybe it would. But when Eric keeps farther behind Emmanuel, it seems that they catch up just a little bit. So maybe Eric should back off a couple tenths and see how far back. Yeah, wow. Eric is right there. Eric's gonna have to make a move, I think. Bashoya led first practice. Not sure how he did in second practice. Probably not too bad. However, these guys can't catch up during pit stops. If Bashoya has a really poor pit stop or gets stuck in traffic, they can gain a lot of time. He's only a second and a quarter in front of him. Let's see what it is now. A second and a third. So it's gonna be interesting, I think. Really good run by Bashoya. Oh, but look at this pack of cars in front of him. Atkins, who got lapped, Hamilton, Rosa, Felix Scope. Felix, he was disappointing race for him. Let's check out where our championship contenders are. The Fail back in 32nd. Wow. And look who caught up. Kyle Bashoya. Let's see how far. 1.42. Oh man, this is not good for Kyle, having side-by-side lap traffic. One person didn't qualify. Michael DeFeo, he's all the way back there. Same with McGovern. McGovern started up there, I'm kind of surprised. Where is Travis Scott's back in 20th? Zerline's back in 17th. Seems like Bashoya got by Hamilton, put a car in between him and he might have lost quite a bit of time, but that's because lap traffic. And watching these two go through, oh, Eric thought about going high. That might hurt him. No, it actually might have helped him just a little bit. The only reason why Bashoya lost time was because of lap traffic. Let's see if anything, just averaged under 100 seconds or 100 miles an hour, 99.596. That's the average. Eric starting to look around, trying to find another groove, but it's a one groove racetrack. Emmanuel Hartnett has the quickest lap. Bashoya has a 6th, but Bashoya leading gets that good run. Maybe they burned up their tires quicker than Bashoya, racing each other so hard. How far back is Steve Morgan? Steve might be catching. No, he's losing. Let's see how far back they are now. 1.12. Once they catch Hamilton, it's going to be really tough. Eric might be letting Emmanuel run his own race. Or he might not be. He might have just been trying to get a good run and he's back there. Yeah, they lost quite a bit of time that lap, a 10.5. But look at this big gaggle of cars. Buchanan will probably fall back. Shoya's caught up to Felix Scope, or I'm not sure if he's the contender for the points anymore. He was leading the points earlier on. I'm not sure if he is anymore. 2 people have 3 wins and a couple people have 2 wins. I'm trying to think of those people. Morgan Willis has 2. Eric Heiden has 2. Where's talking about Eric? He's running in 5th. Not bad for Eric. But Bashoya's just, oh man, look at all this traffic for Bashoya. He needs to keep it low. He just needs to hold his line and maybe. But once these two catch up to Bashoya, could change the entire dynamic of the race. Could be Eric Willis leading the race after they go through lap traffic. However, Bashoya's boxed in, literally boxed in. Felix Goff is blocking Felix, or Kyle. Felix is blocking Felix. GG. Oh yeah, they've caught up. Let's see how this plays into the race. Eric Willis falls off the back of Emmanuel for now. He'll probably get back on soon. Adkins, Bashoya's teammate, is right there. Let's see. Considering everything, Bashoya's carving his way through patiently, nice and patiently. Don't want to push too hard. And that's what he's doing. He's basically going for it. And there's a couple cars. There's only one car in front of him. Emmanuel hasn't had to battle like Bashoya or Eric. Eric's stuck though behind Felix right now, but I bet he'll catch up. The pit stop's probably in about 15 or so laps, so there appears that there's not a lot of lap traffic in front of Adkins. 17.7. Oh, Bashoya's pitting. Pitting early, possibly. Might be a little too early for Bashoya. So here's the battle for the lead. Or not battle for the lead. Here's the leader. Emmanuel Hartnett now leads. But he's gonna pit. Felix still pitting Steve Morgan, so. Who's gonna be leading? 21st, 20th. Caution's out! Oh my gosh. What happened? That changes everything. Levi Adam in front of Bashoya. What? Caution's out. Oh my gosh. Tommy Turbo maybe. Let's see. I'm so lost. Who Levi Adam maybe? Let's see what happened. I'm kind of confused. Alright, I found the source of the crash. It was Wally Chalmers and Christian Cook. Just a tap, and around goes Wally. Just a nice simple spin. But that could change everything about this race. We'll be back for the green flag here at Bristol. We're going back green here at Bristol this lap, and a lot of things have shaken up. Emmanuel Hartnett 22nd, 23rd Kyle Bashoya. So the top two, Eric Willis back in 31st. Steve Morgan leads. Second is Chris Dodd, Crofton Norman third. Wow. Fourth is Zach Jones. Fifth is Jonathan Zerline. Sixth is Yuki Hayashi. Seventh is Ren Okamoto. Eighth is John Gambit. Ninth is Kyle Martins. And 10th is Benoit Irvine. Completely changed the dynamic of the race, and we're green here at Bristol. Eric Willis about to go a lap down. Oh, maybe? No. I don't know if these guys have fresh tires or not. That's such a shame, though, for Kyle Bashoya. He had a really dominant car. There he is all the way back in, battling with Emmanuel Hartnett now for 22nd. Luckily, he'll be on the lead lap now, so I guess that's the benefit. Metcalf might lose the lead lap, though. Is Dawson? Brandon Bedwell is one lap down. Second is Chris Dodd. Chris Dodd could win this race. It's going to be a lap traffic filled rest of the race, I bet, for the leader. If a caution comes out, that might really help Steve Morgan, or hurt Steve Morgan. 3 wide! Oh, Steve, patience. Steve needs to be patient. This completely changed the dynamic of the race. Zoroline might be leading the points after this. DeFale's in 11th, so. Where is the leader? Steve Morgan. Who? How fast was Bashelia's last lap? At 16.6. Steve Morgan's a 17 exact. So. It's going to be interesting. Steve now leads. Eric Willis right in front of Steve. Chris Dodd in second position. Emmanuel Hartnett is now 1 lap down. Oh, that's so unfortunate for a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys I thought had winning cars, and now they're 1 lap down. Eric Willis might go a lap down shortly. Chris Dodd. I don't know if anybody will be able to catch up to Steve Morgan. However, let's see Chris Dodd. Let's see if Chris Dodd can catch up. It's a 0.74, 0.64, so maybe just a little bit. It may be a good battle for the lead. However, oh, that's why I don't like cautions under pit road stuff. Ruins the race a lot of the time. Same thing happened at Rockingham earlier. Second race, third race. Chris Dodd caught up just 100 that lap. Let's see if Steve Morgan can keep the lead. Well, I know he can, but from Chris Dodd. Eric Kuchenberger, however, is running really quick lap times. Eric probably wants his lap back, so that's going to be interesting. Eric is in 39, 2 laps down. So I guess he wants 1 lap back at least. Oh, that's unfortunate for a lot of these guys. I think Chris Dodd stopped catching up. Yeah. Steve Morgan will probably win this unless the caution comes out. Caution comes out. Like I said, it changes everything, and caution comes out, it can change everything again. We've had 2 more cautions than we did earlier this season. Let's see who else is in their top 10. John Gambit. McGovern has made his way up. Greg Hamilton, is he on the lead lap? Yes, 14th. But here is the battle, not for the lead, but for a lap back for Eric Kuchenberger. If Eric gets on the outside of of Steve, that can really help Dodd. But I think we'll see what we saw with Eric Willis and Emmanuel Hartnett. We show here 16.7. What's the leader running? 16.8. 16.7. 16.7. 16.8. 16.8. 16.8. Barely 16.7. Grant's 1 lap down though. Let's see. Fastest lap, Kyle Bashelia with a 16.5. Wow. You may lead the most laps though. He led 70 about. Unless, yeah, I think he'll probably lead the most laps. Because 60 and 60, so 62. Bashelia will lead the most laps, he just won't win. He could have had maximum points, but 22nd it is. But that happens, and it plays in favor for people like Steve Morgan, who is now leading. Only not a lot of laps left, so if anybody wants to catch Steve Morgan, aka Chris Dodd or Crofton, they'll have to do it now. Yeah. It's going to be really tough for them to catch, but they may be able to do it, or maybe Steve Morgan will dominate this second half of the race. Steve Morgan looking for a win. Hasn't really done great all this much this season. He's led a couple laps here and there, but overall he hasn't been doing the best out of everyone. He'll be looking for the win today. Rosa De Silva was personally a surprise winner last season. Or not last season, but earlier this season. She's out of it, I think. No, she's in 11th now, so I guess for some people it really helped them. But and that person that helped the most, Steve Morgan. 25 to go here at Bristol. Caution comes out at, I don't know how many laps the pace laps are, so. Also, there's a string of short tracks towards the end of the season. Phoenix, North Wilkesboro, maybe Rockingham even. It's going to be really hard for a lot of these drivers. Quite a few short tracks. Atlanta, the finale. I think Atlanta's the finale. If we look through the field, here's Steve Morgan. Let's see. Half a second separates the top two. 16:5.72. That's almost half a second quicker. That is half a second quicker than everybody else. 36. Who's the third? Corey Royal. And yeah. We're the 12th car. 16th quickest, but yeah, it doesn't matter when you're leading. Is Kristoff catching? Yeah, just a little bit. I don't think it'll be enough, though. I think Steve has this in the bag. I doubt Eric Kuchenberger would get out of the way just for Steve. Chris Dodd in second. I think this would be tied for his best finish, maybe. There's been a lot of races this season. 20 so far. Currently, looking to round out the season shortly. Probably sooner than later. However, Steve Morgan, this would be a surprise win. I thought it'd be either Eric Willis, Kyle Bashilia, or where is he? Where is Emmanuel Hartnett? But it wasn't, so it's Steve Morgan as of now. But guess what? Chris Dodd and Crofton Norman have caught up. Steve needs to run low. But there's a car separating Chris Dodd and Steve Morgan. That could change everything, but Dodd goes up the track. Stays in front of Crofton. This could be a great battle for second. Eric is not going to give up his spot, which kind of surprises me. So Chris is probably going to have to be defensive, and that's going to help Steve Morgan. Just about 10 laps to go almost. 13, 14. Chris Dodd running in second, Crofton Norman third. Crofton won at Richmond, led every lap I think, or almost every lap. But Steve Morgan has been in control so far this race, in the second half. 13 to go. Steve's pulling away. It's going to be a battle for second, I think. Ryan Okamoto looking for a top 5. Jonathan Zorline, championship hunt person, looking for a good finish. McGovern as well. Where is Michael DeFeo? 16th. Where is 38th? Oh, that's going to really hurt. It's really going to hurt Travis Scott's chance. Luckily for him, None other of the championship guys are running too far up there. Only Zorline in 7th. Kuchenberger. Less than 10 laps to go next time by. Oh man, I'll be looking to see who will win this battle for a second. Either or, it's not going to be someone I picked. This Stott didn't even start inside the top 5, I think. This Stott started in outside of the top 28, it looks like. So, Dodd's looking for a good finish. Grafton started 23rd. So these two have really improved their position, but it looks like it'll probably be Steve Morgan with 6 laps to go. About a minute and a half until the race is over. Really good race so far. You have to feel for the people who lost the lead, those 3 drivers, but it happens, I guess. It's not anything I can do. However, Steve Morgan, with 5 laps to go, will try winning his first race. Chris Dodd hasn't won a race. Crofton has 1 win. I thought he was going to be a championship contender early on in this season, but it looks like he won't be. However, Steve Morgan, he's just been there. He's just been looking for a win here and there, looking to run decent. Doubt you'd ever think he'd win here at Bristol. If he does win. That's the thing. 3 laps to go. It's going to be a good finish for Steve Morgan, I think. Hopefully he won't crash. Oh, here comes Eric. I guess. Oh man, this could change everything. Does Steve? No. Steve's still on the high side. 2 laps to go. Here comes Chris Dodd! Coming to the final lap next time by. Chris Dodd and Steve Morgan. Side by side. Chris Dodd. Final lap here at Bristol. Chris Dodd just led that lap. Steve Morgan. Wow. Chris Dodd. Eric. Chris Dodd will win here at Bristol. Crofton Norman takes 2nd. 3rd, Steve Morgan. Wow. That was unexpected. Wow. Well, like I said, anything can happen, and that happened. Everybody going down pit road. Wow, what a finish. Chris Dodd led 2 laps, and he'll win. Steve Morgan, 3rd place after dominating that second half. He'll get 3rd. Wow, Ren Okamoto retired, it says. Well, congratulations to Chris Dodd. Michael DeFeo now is the points leader. Darlington's the next race. Let's check out the results. Chris Dodd wins. I guess he led 4 laps. He might have led a couple under caution. Steve Morgan led 49. Ren Okamoto, his first top 5. Zerline 7th. Kyle Buescher led 70 and finished 19th. Look how many points he got though. 116. More than the 3 people in front of him. Only 1 person retired, and that was Morgan Willis. 2 cautions, but that was a great finish. Oh, poor Steve Morgan. You have to feel for him. Let's check out the standings because it's a lot closer now. The top 10 are separated by 167. That's really close. Michael DeFeo back in the lead though. He's led in 60 or 30% of the races. Who's led in the most? 35 of Travis Scott. Uh, Laps led, that would go to Kyle Busch now. Passes Boston. Busch actually 6th in points now. Not sure if he was before, but he's up in 6th. Christian Cook in 5th. I didn't realize Christian Cook was all the way up there. Look how many top 10s he has. Oh, Scott fell back. Where is Chris Dodd? The third. Oh, wait, who's last? Eric Willis in the 15 car. 0 top 5. Nope, 1 top 5. 2 top 10s and 3 DNFs. Oh well, that happens. Morgan Willis not too far ahead. Where is the 33? Maybe I'll just click on the number. 33. Chris Dodd is in 30th position, but he still got his first win. Congratulations, Chris Dodd. I'll see you guys at Darlington, hopefully with someone else commentating as well. Bye.